Hi everybody, how you doing? All right. So, I would first really like to thank all the people here at the school, at Columbia University. Let's start with our MCs. We've got Rebecca Murata and Aiden Ryan here doing a good job. We've got Karen Blumberg for putting this all together. Let's get her on the side. Can I have your name, please?
I'm Gina Marcel.
Let's give it up for Gina Marcel. We have Amani Reed, the principal. Let's give it up for the leader of the school. And last but not least, one of my great friends who I've done a lot of work with, who invited me here today. Give it up for Monica Amado. All right, but let's get back to me now. So, my name is Wade Colwell-Sandoval, MC. Now, I'm not an MD, I'm not a medical doctor. So, I'm not going to give you any prescriptions for anything today, but I do share my words as an MC. The great thing about being an MC is you don't have to go to school for that. So, you can just name yourself an MC. Now, the MC stands for Musical Catalyst. So, you all want to talk about some music? Yeah? Let's do that. So, music. Let's imagine that all the music that exists is within that circle. So all of your interests exist. So let's start off with hip-hop. Let's make some noise if you like hip-hop. We also have rock. Who likes rock? Let's make some noise for rock. Excellent. Total rockers over there. How about reggae? All right. Country music. Come on now. All right. See, we've got a little bit of everything in here. We've got opera. Who loves opera music? Yeah, right? So much amazing diversity of music. How about some pop music? The popular stuff. How about dance party music? Yeah! I saw you all dancing to the Gangnam Style. That was pretty good. You didn't see my Gangnam Style. I was in the back, but mine's pretty good too. I'll show you later. So, one thing about music that sometimes gets lost in the conversation is the message within music. And these messages come to us not just in music, but in society. And those things that come into our mind get processed within our brain. And so what I'd like to do is talk about a little bit in regards to my background in music. I was raised in a family where I came to understand music as a way to learn about other people, about other cultures, a way to discover issues about our relations amongst one another. And so I saw that a message in music could definitely be connected to understanding the world culture and the many cultures within our global community. We also have social issues that we can carry through music and that we get delivered to us all the time through various media. Within social issues, we talk about justice, the opportunity to think about how we can create more fairness, equality between people. On the flip side of that, you've got peace, just how we can be in harmony with all of our relations. Another message that you'll find in music is values, the common values that we share, the whole spectrum of values within ourselves, but those shared common values that we have across the larger family. And these values that I came to understand growing up, and I continue to feel drive me today, are the values of sharing, the values of respect, and creativity, which I believe is an active form of peace. The greatest way to build up something from destruction is to create something new. So it's an active form of peace. But as we know, these messages don't always come to us so beautifully packaged in concepts that we can all stand behind. Sometimes we have greed, degradation, conformity, oppression, violence. Issues that cause stress, issues that cause the breakdown of society and our communities. So I've been a teacher for many years. And one thing that always frustrated me was the way that these challenging issues would even find themselves in the school walls. In spite of our desire to teach and inspire, within school, you have issues such as some people have their first experience with failure, tracking, being stressed, feeling in danger, being bullied, losing interest, and sometimes ultimately deciding to quit. And so this is the reality and the challenges that face us within these institutions. But what I'm hoping to do today and to spark an interest here is in how we bring it back to what we want it to be. How we can get school to be based in understanding our history so that we don't repeat mistakes from the past. How we can look at science as a way to figure out all of the elements around us. Literature, the great stories of our times. Grammar, how we put our language together. Health, how we can be in good balance and understand our own power in our medicine and languages. The way we can communicate with people across cultures. Now we're in a school here today, we've got lots of kids. Let's take a check on how many kids we've got here today. How many kids we have under the age of 10? Make some noise if you're under the age of 10. All right. They're way in the back. All right, how many kids between the age of 10 and 20? How about kids between the age of 20 and 30? All right, now I'm expecting a loud roar here. How about kids over the age of 30? Right. So, lots of kids here today, so you can probably tell me what major subject is missing from this list. Math. I read your mind. So, how about today we look at math? Now, math is one of those subjects that some people miss the message. Something happens in our classrooms where some people get it, some people don't. So, we've all decided we love music, right? Okay, so right now we've got fundamentally two things going on. You've got hip-hop that exists within this circle here. And then you've got the times tables in this whole other world. Two separate worlds that never mix. Now what would happen if hip-hop were to somehow become part of times tables? What would happen if these two worlds collided? Would you all like to see what would happen if those two worlds collided? Yeah. All right. Let's get on a crash course with our destiny, people. You all ready to do a song together? Yeah. Y'all ready to participate? Yeah. And make lots of noise? Yeah. Make even a louder noise? Yeah. All right, that's what we're going to do today. But first, we got to give it up for my main man from outer space. This is DJ Uppercase. Give it up for DJ Uppercase. This is his first day on Earth. Just came in from the planet Neptune. All right. Make it happen. Y'all ready to do this? Yeah! Ready to have some good times? Yeah! All right. Check the screen. DJ, Uppercase, drop that beat. Oh yeah! Pump that music up a little bit more. times 9, I'm sitting in the sun. The temperature's gotta be about 81. 9 times 8, I'm checking out the view. I can see for miles, baby, 72. 9 times 7, this man's next to me. He's gotta be about of the age of 63. 9 times 6, he's starting to snore, waiting for the bus number 54. 9 times 5, then the bus arrives. It goes right by going 25. 9 times 4, I'm wearing my kicks. I guess I'll be going down to 36. 9 times 3, along comes Devin. It's a birthday, June 27. 9 times 2, along comes Dean. It is high time of a size 18. 8 times 8, boys drop on the floor. I have to pick it up, count up 64. 8 times 7, let's go to the flicks. The movie's gonna start in about 56. 8 times 6, we'll probably be late. It's short city blocks, but still. 8 times 5, yo, I'm feeling sporty. I start the job and make it in 40. 8 times 4, beating up with my crew. Matinee tickets, photocopies, 8 times 3, got stacks from the store. The kind of place that's open. 8 times 2, zombies on the street, chasing a girl who was probably 7 times 7, I'm tilted to spine, but that's because the air's turned down to 7 times 6, it's not even cool. A little while later, it's down to 7 times 5, I'm just barely alive. My body's shivering as a dipper. 7 times 4, I'm concerned for my fate. It's gonna be too late if it hits 28. 7 times 3, it's just not fun. It's down to 21. About to ruin my good times. Come on, everybody say, good times. Good times. Alright, here we go. Come on, come on. 7 times 2, I hit a new scene. So much ice cream, juice flavor 14. 7 times 6, lick, oh, how many takes to the day? 36. 6 times 5, because the number of minutes that treat was 6 times 4, I had out the door, the kind of place not open. 6 times 3, all about going green. I open up my door to apartment 18. 6 times 2, go straight to the show. A dozen edit, mommy, that's exactly 5 times 5, I just lost my drive. I'm gonna crash out for about 25. 5 times 4, I got plenty pride. It's my new spice, and get another 5 times 3, I'm hoping for a dream. I'm still counting sheep, I'm up to 15. 5 times 2, I get a call from a friend. Yo, we need another player, we got only 5 times 4, now I'm on a soccer team. The jersey is number 16. 4 times 3, I take it myself. I dribble down the field, I'm over to the 4 times 2, I'm feeling so great. I do what looks like a 8. I did not on the high because the name was number 9. 3 times 2, I got my kicks, even though I tripped on the final 6. Now 2 times 2, no I did not score, but that's what my good attitude is for. So like a number times 1, I remain the same. Shooting my brain, I assess the brain. For the 5 by 0 with the shakes for dime. I'm a quarterback, you know, just living for the good time. Come on, good time. Good time. Good time. Good time. Good time. Good time. All right, way to go, everybody. That is a good time. Give it up once again from DJ Uppercase from outer space. All right, as you can see, the timetables, they're pretty hard. But they can also, I think, be done in a way that we can make it fun, maybe make it a little bit easier. How many people at some point in their life have had a challenge with the timetables? By a show of hands. Right on, and me too, that's why my hands up. I'm not just showing you what to do, this is me. And so, how many people would like to learn more subjects using music? All right. So, and as we can see, there's a lot of different types of music we could do this with. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of some history of how this came to be. In 1996, I was a teacher. And I was working in a school. I was noticing that young people were memorizing lyrics from school, from songs on the radio, but not really remembering the things that were part of the classroom process or the homework. So at that time, I worked with my partner, music producer Baba Oyedare Ransom Kennedy III. And he and I put together a thing called the Fundamentals. So with the Fundamentals, we began to create some academic-based hip-hop music. And to this day, I still use that in the work I do as an MC. So I'd like to really look at a big picture for all of us here today. We've got music that we all love, and we've got messages that we want to spread. We've got messages we want to share with one another and bond around. So what happens when you intersect the two worlds of music and message? I'm saying we create movement. We build a movement that comes from within ourselves, and we build a movement between us. And this movement can be represented in an acronym that we're going to call music. This movement can be an understanding. It can be strength, imagination, and compassion. The understanding is our ability to share each other's stories and share knowledge, not hoard knowledge. Our strength, understanding each of our powers that we have individually and collectively. The imagination, to have a vision, to pursue something, to dream big and then do it. And the compassion, to really care about one another and to not be so focused on our own world, on our own survival, that we're not realizing that there's other people that need it just as much, if not more. So, that said, I'd like to end with this idea that we are the music. The music is within us. We are the instruments that can produce the song that we want to write for the future. So, thank you all very much. It was a pleasure to be here at the school at Columbia University. And give a round of applause to yourselves for being a part of this great day. Thank you very much.